Some people rate fear of public speaking over death. So every time we went on stage, there was always this negative connotation, perception that I will be humiliated.
A lot of us are very uncomfortable or scared to become a public speaker.
So I'll tell you two frameworks. One is called as impact framework. One, there is a framework around story, and one activity I would highly recommend everyone.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Insider Opinion podcast. Today we have a multifaceted personality. He is a financial educator, a business storyteller, an international speaker, author, investor, a TEDx speaker, and the list can go on. In today's podcast, let us understand the dynamics of public speaking. He is going to share a lot of insights about public speaking, how you can be a good public speaker, how can you take your first step, and lot more such kind of interesting insights.
What they don't understand is that is body's way of releasing stress. Learn to effectively introduce yourself in 20 seconds. Your style, it takes time. Yes, I listen to a lot of Sadhguru's talk, but I should not become Sadhguru. This gap is costing someone their next job, promotion, big client, investor.
I'm your host Sachin Tantri, and let us converse with Chinmay Ananda. We really want to know the insider's opinion about public speaking. I think I want to start by knowing your interesting journey. I went through your profile and you were an engineer, an MBA grad, and today there is a anti-climax in the climax. You have become a public speaker today. How did you pivot into this? I'm really keen, and I'm sure there are many people who are on the crossroads like how you were a couple of years ago when you pivoted into becoming a public speaker. Can you please throw some light about your pivot into becoming a public speaker?
Sure. Engineer by chance. Now in India, there's a funny saying, right? First we become engineers and then we ask, what am I supposed to do in life? Same thing. Father is an engineer, brother is an engineer. Most of my friends in the neighborhood were some kind of engineers. Monkeys see, monkeys do. So when I became an engineer, only to realize this is not something I can do for the rest of my life. And by choice, I did MBA. I come from a family business. Always wanted to do something on my own, but what was always a question. So someone said, Chinmay, why don't you do MBA? It might help you on a long run. But to be honest with you, I wanted to get out of India and experience how life is as a foreign student. Public speaking is something that I realized is a core skill one should have. And at the same time, fortunately for me, I started enjoying it and I realized it pretty much early in my life.
Oh,
I consider my 18th birthday as my turning point in my life.
nice.
That is when I did my first personality development program.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you the ranking I got in CET. Otherwise, probably people will stop watching this podcast. Because I had got such a big CET ranking, my father said, okay, he needs something else. And he said, okay, there is something called as personality development program organized by a person called Dr. Bharat Chandra, Winners Workshop.
Okay.
Now I had no choice. I'm like, again, another classroom, workshop, session. I just went there. But for the first time, Sachin, I was in an environment filled with people who were so optimistic and talking about future and what might happen rather than working and discussing about what happened. It was all about attitude. Now, I was 18. All I could get out of it is, okay, these are people talking about positivity and hope and motivation and things like that. But in the final session, Dr. Bharat Chandra said something very interesting, which I remember, and that one statement kind of really hit home. He said, the open secret in life is if anyone can do it, even you should be able to do it. I was like, wait a minute, what was that? Of course, I did not have the courage to raise my hand and ask for clarification. And the session was over. I thought of asking him for clarification after the session when he was surrounded with all the participants. Again, I did not have the courage. And later he was walking towards his car in the parking lot. Somehow I gathered the courage and I ran and I said, Doctor, I want to ask something. He said, what? In the last session, you said, open secret in life is if someone can do it, even you should be able to do it. Did I hear it right? He said, yes. Oh, does it mean so many people are successful in many areas of their life? Even I can be successful in my life at one particular point in time? He said, yes. Now you speak in front of hundreds of people so confidently. Do you think I can also speak one day? He said, yes. Now, he used to do that memory technique. Now, in 5 minutes, tell me 30 objects, number, object number. Do you think even I can do that? He said, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So that day, that old Chinmay, who was always kind of branded as if he's living just because he's not dead, he's like that black spot, not sure what he's going to do in life. Something happened and he kind of slowly fell unconscious.
Okay.
And I was 18. There was that rebel in me who wanted to show the world.
We were all rebels at that age.
Fortunately, that energy was channelized towards
Right way.
public speaking. And thanks that I had a mentor like Dr. Bharat Chandra very early in my life who gave a lot of stage, and one thing led to another, more and more mentors and gurus, and that's how I ended up in public speaking.
Wonderful. So I think the catalyst was the mentor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And channelizing that into this particular stream of public speaking was done through them.
Yes.
Wonderful. I think that's a very interesting thing. It's good to have, mentors for us. I think I see you as a mentor for a lot of people who might want to pivot into public speaking. Right?
Well, I can pay forward whatever I've learned from my mentors and gurus. But here is the key thing. My mother used to always say, you can never see your own back.
Yeah.
And if we are always surrounded with people who are always saying yes and appreciating us, we'll be like that frog in a well.
Well, yeah.
I still remember, Sachin, in 2016, I was in Melbourne attending a business conference. Almost 200 to 250 business owners, startup founders were there. They had invited 4 successful business owners. Panel discussion was happening. And one of the member in the audience asked, how important is it to have a business coach for a startup founder?
Correct.
Now the moderator asked who would like to take that question. So one of the panelists who was there, he asked, okay, let me ask all the people who are sitting here, how many of you have got a business coach? All 4 of them raised their hand. And then he flipped the question to the audience, how many of you have got business coach? Out of 250 people, hardly 2 or 3 of them raised their hand. And then he said, have you seen all the tennis players? It was Melbourne Open at that time, Australian Open was happening. Have you seen all these tennis players? Rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, top in the world. Still they have a coach. So now it's up to us. Do we want to play that level? If yes, as you use the right word, catalyst. Again, catalyst is someone or it is a thing that will make the process faster and easier.
Correct.
And definitely mentors and gurus and coaches will help us.
Wonderful. I think for a lot of people watching this podcast, we have a catalyst, we have a mentor, we have a guru who wants to become a good public speaker. My next question is, I think a lot of our viewers are in that particular, stage in their life. They're sitting in the edge. Most of them from engineering background or something they've done technical or something. They have a passion towards public speaking. And they are still they're very unsure. Should I take that plunge or not? What words do you have to tell to them, right, at this particular juncture? How can they take the decision to become a public speaker? And what are the things that helped you to take that plunge and deviate from your academics that you have done, like from a very organized setup from the colleges? What would you want to tell these people who can, get into this?
Okay. First thing is they will have to assess their own situation.
Okay.
They'll have to understand their own risk appetite. For some of them, losing 10,000 rupees might be a huge thing. For some of them, losing 10 lakhs is nothing.
Correct.
Now that is with money. Money comes, money goes. It's unlimited. What about the time? Can you quit what you're doing without any regular stream of income?
Correct.
And still pursue something for the next 3 months, 6 months? Depending on your situation, family situation, so on and so forth, you can go about doing it. Or do you still have to juggle and struggle and do all of this?
Hustle.
And do that hustle for a while and see if this is what you want to really do. But however, one thing I would tell people to do immediately right away is you have to start somewhere when it comes to speaking. You can't keep saying that I will attend this program.
Then do it.
New Year resolution. I need that guru for me to train this, or I'll buy this expensive course online and I'll learn how to speak better. You're already communicating, you're already speaking. So what I usually tell my participants and clients is, even if you have 1 year experience, or even if you don't have experience, you're about to graduate, you would have studied 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
What are the 5 things that you would tell your younger self who had just joined college? What are the 5 things that you would tell your younger self who just graduated? What are the 5 things you will tell someone who has just joined a job?
Wow.
I'm sure you can think of something.
Yes.
And you can think of some of the personal stories or stories that happened in your proximity.
Yeah.
Or this friend of mine, that friend of mine, this teacher
Correct.
said this, that teacher said this. You can prepare a 20 minutes or a 30 minutes talk. Go to your school, go to your college, tell your professors, lecturers, sir, I've got something like this I would like to address. They're going to give you audience
Yes.
who will not run away,
Correct.
who will not throw tomatoes at you.
Correct.
They will be there. Yes, they might come up with all kind of body language, but doesn't matter. There is an audience for you to practice.
Yes.
And repeat the talk at least in 6 different places.
Oh, okay.
Then you will go about
You
understanding.
kind of polish it.
Because what happens is, you think what you're saying is really funny, but the audience may think otherwise. Or something
Yes.
that you thought was like, okay, but that would
Correct.
have been an aha moment for them.
Correct.
You observe for those moments. And then, okay, this is working, this is connecting, this is not connecting, let me try this, let me try that. And eventually you will have kind of a signature talk. And then you do it again and again in different formats.
Wow, I think that's a great suggestion by Chinmay Anand. Very simple, right? And you have literally removed a lot of hurdles in between, like going for a course or doing some, videos, watching online. Nothing. Whatever you have personally in your life, just talk about that. That's a great thing. I'm sure a lot of you can do that very easily, and I'm sure the colleges or schools are more than happy to entertain your alumnus, right? I think that's a great thing. I have one more question for a person who's a hustler, who has a mainstream job, right? But they do not want to take this up full time, but they want to hustle between this. How do you think they can manage this, both in terms of time and the balance these two things? Because I think a lot of hustlers want to try this. And you started by hustling, right, with public speaking. You didn't completely pivot into this. After a point, you did make that one. How do you think the hustlers can manage it?
See, one thing we have to understand is, making a living out of speaking, it's challenging.
Okay.
The reason is, everyone wants to talk, but who is there to listen?
Listen. Very important.
And what I think is important, for other people it might be like, okay, who are you? So yes, you have to start hustling. Along with that, you have to start creating your own brand. This is something very critical.
Yeah.
Because I host a lot of premium business events, tech summits, and we're constantly looking for all these speakers, 15, 20, 25 years of experience in a particular domain. Are they experts? Definitely yes.
Okay.
But are they expert speakers? Unfortunately, no.
Yes.
And if you are the curator of that particular tech summit and you want to showcase them, most of them, they don't have any solid digital asset. There is no video for people to see who this person is. Why should I attend or why should I listen? I asked this question to a lot of my participants. In fact, this afternoon, I was talking to a potential client who has got 30 years, who started the business, few hundred crores turnover. But still they're struggling. They're like, Chinmay, you know what? People who started business 5 years back, they are taking bigger clients than us. And I tell them, sir, whether we like it or not, people don't always buy the best product. They buy the best marketed product.
Yeah, right.
So
absolutely right.
You have to go out and market and sell. Now, the question I ask them is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate your experience, expertise? How knowledgeable are you in what you do? How good are you in what you do? What do you think most of them will say, Sachin? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think they would rate themselves?
Maybe 7.
Average or minimum is 7.
Yes.
Some of them will even go 9.
Yeah.
Now I ask them, on a scale of 1 to 10, the digital assets you have, or the way you communicate, how effectively do you go about communicating your knowledge, experience, expertise? How much do you think they are going to now rate themselves?
I don't know, maybe a 3 or a 4. Am I right?
Average is 3, max to max 4.
Oh.
You see that gap?
Correct.
Here is 8, here is 4. This gap
False.
is costing someone their next job, promotion, big client, investor, getting that recognition,
Wow.
or even strengthening a particular relationship.
Yes.
So while you're hustling to be that public speaker, to be on stage, impress someone or impress yourself, whatever it is, I don't want to say right or wrong. At the same time, go about creating all these digital assets. And I call it as touch point.
Okay.
There has to be solid 6 to 8 touch points before someone meets you in person. If someone says, Chinmay, we would like to catch up with you for coffee, we would like to know more about what do you do, or I got this reference for someone, let's catch up online, whatever it is. I tell them, sure. And then we connect on WhatsApp. I send them few links. It starts with either my website or my LinkedIn profile. And from there, it has been designed to position me as an authority on what I do. A video, LinkedIn, TEDx talk, books. So when they catch up with me for coffee, if they are going to ask me,
They know.
what do you do? It means none of
They have
them,
not gone through it.
either they have not gone through it or this is not working for me.
It's not, rung a bell in their head yet.
But touch wood, nothing like that has
Perfect.
happened in the last few years because that's how I've built it. When we catch up, they usually ask me, in that TEDx talk you said this. In the
Yeah.
book, I read this.
They
Oh.
relate to your statement.
On LinkedIn, how do you know this person? So which means now they're not sitting there and trying to judge and evaluate should we work with Chinmay or not. All these assets have already positioned me as an authority on this particular thing.
Nice.
Even after that, if they're asking question, I know probably they're not my client. I don't want to work with them. They would be tire kickers and wasting my time.
Wasting your time. Yeah.
So, yes, do all that hustle, but at the same time, create all this solid touch points.
A lot of us are very uncomfortable or scared to become a public speaker. There are a lot of such issues. And what do you think are some of the main issues that stop somebody to become a public speaker? Can you throw some light on that? And also tell, how do we overcome these things?
Sure. In fact, this is one question I've asked many people. Initially, it was trying to find the answer. And then later I realized it is something deep. When people say, I've got fear of public speaking. And you might have heard it that some people rate fear of public speaking over death.
Really? My
It's
God.
like, why? What's happening here?
Wow.
So that got me really curious. And I asked this question to a psychologist friend of mine, a professional speaking colleague in Australia. And this is what she had to say. Imagine there is a 6 or 8-year-old boy or a girl at home and the doorbell rings. Obviously, the child wants to run and answer the door. While the child is running towards the door, let's say the mother will say, oh, that must be my friend Shanti. And the kid opens the door, Shanti auntie is right there. What happened in the mind of that kid at that particular point in time is, my mother said something, it became true.
True.
The next day, phone rings. Obviously, the kid wants to go and answer the phone. As it is about to answer the phone, the mother will say, oh, that must be my friend Suresh. Hello, who is this? This is Suresh. Where is your mother?
Again.
My mother said something, it became true. Now, what happened is, a leg for this frame started. Next day, evening, mother will take a look at the sky. It is cloudy. Oh, it might rain. Let me go and pull out all the clothes that I've put out there for drying. After 5 minutes, it rains. My mother said something, it became true. My father said something, it became true. My mother said something, it became true.
Correct.
Slowly, that belief will be whatever my parents say, it becomes true.
Happens. Yeah.
So, a solid belief is formed. And one fine day, let's say the mother or the father is not in a good mood, and this kid will go and show the report card. What? Maths? Only 50%? Oh, I don't think you'll be good at numbers. Probably you should choose arts, not science or
Correct.
commerce. My father said I'm not going to be good at numbers. I'll not be good at numbers. Similarly, a lot of belief system people hold when it comes to
Form
standing on stage. Now, how knowingly or unknowingly, fortunately or unfortunately, most of our teachers were humiliating us in school. Stand up on the
Actually.
bench. So now I'm seen in front of all the 30, 40, 50 students. Shame.
So you think it starts from there?
And when we go on stage, what were our naughty friends doing? Teasing us, pulling us up. Shame, funny. So every time we went on stage, there was always this negative connotation, perception that I will be humiliated. There is shame attached to it. Now today we might
Correct.
call ourselves as adults, but that solid belief is still lying there.
Correct.
And now we don't know how to express this. And we say, oh, I've got fear of public speaking. Ask me anything I'm going to do, but don't ask me to go on stage.
Yeah, I think that's a very common thing.
Again, why? The why behind the why is something like this has formed. Now, can we overcome this? Definitely yes, because it's a belief. Belief is assuming something to be the truth.
Correct. It's an assumption.
Now, I love dogs. I can just go and pet, and I can stand near even a ferocious dog and figure out how can I slowly pet the dog. But there are few people, if the street dog is coming here, they will cross the street and they'll go there. You ask them, I'm sure they're going to tell you a story. When I was a child, I was bitten by a dog.
Correct.
Same thing. Shame. I was humiliated when I went on stage for the first time, and this is how they connect when it comes to public speaking.
Okay. So how do we change that?
It is only through action. Action means you have to go out there and do something and prove yourself wrong. People ask me, Chinmay, how can I improve public speaking? Simple, speaking public. No. Can you recommend some good books, Chinmay? Now I tell them, public speaking is a skill. They say yes. Swimming is a skill. They say yes. Can you learn swimming? Reading books. In fact, there's a funny saying. Once a PhD professor, scholar, went about doing PhD in swimming, and he jumped into the pool with all the books. Only the books floated. So same thing. When it comes to communication, public speaking, you have to go out there and communicate. Yes, books, videos, watching someone else do, we might pick all those tips, tricks and tactics for us to implement or try in the next stage. But initially, you have to go out there and do it again and again and again and again and again. I think it was Oscar Wilde who said there are two types of speakers. People who are nervous and people who are liars. So every so-called the speaker was a person who always had his or her share of nervousness, but they went on doing it in spite of that nervousness.
Okay.
And end of the day, public speaking is all about getting your audience into your comfort zone. For that, you have to go about expanding your comfort zone. Initially, your comfort zone might be in front of 5 people, 10 people. Then it might be 50, 100. You go on doing it. Now, the kind of rebel I was back then, I said I'm going to speak in front of 1,000 people in Chaudhary Memorial Hall in one of the events that was happening. And fortunately, they gave me an opportunity. I spoke for nearly 45 minutes. From then on, that became a reference point, and this was back in 2010. Now, if I want to go and speak in front of 100 people, after that, I was like, spoken in front of 1,000 people, 100 people, it's fine.
Yeah.
So now that is how I went about training my mind. Have done that, I can do this. Have done that, I can do this. Have done that, I can do this. And eventually, you will find your own unique style.
Nice.
And then it's like a musician now, for whom it has become an unconscious competence.
Yes.
You love it, you enjoy it.
Wonderful. So do you think that something like this, the schools can also implement, right? Teach them young, make them do more such kind of public speaking? Because I remember during my school time, there was not much opportunity. It was more like doing homework. So I think maybe do you want to say something to the education system and the educators, schools and colleges, how they can bring in public speaking and give that confidence to the kids and the youngsters? What would you want to tell them?
See, definitely this has been the hot topic. And there are schools, colleges which are already having it as part of their curriculum or some social activity as such, social club activities that they have. And there are people who have got vendors who go and do this as well. It's happening. But again, how effective is the question? And the flip side of it is, I have seen a lot of students, very smart, got so many words in their vocabulary, probably they can hold the conversation with people like Shashi Tharoor. They've got that
Really?
kind of a vocabulary.
Okay.
But somewhere, because I was that age, they'll be like, I know everything.
I know everything. Yeah.
Because when we are on stage, it's all about vulnerability. Can I really connect with my audience?
Correct.
Am I on stage to get applause? Am I on stage to show that I've got so much of knowledge and people go, wow, you were amazing? So what's the intention behind whatever I want to say? That is something probably students may not have that kind of a maturity, because for them it's all about proving myself, I belong here. And they don't have any inhibitions. They can just go and speak, which is very good. But somewhere I've seen the other side of it. They're like, oh, I've been there, done that, it doesn't give me a kick anymore, or public speaking, I can do that. Finding that balance. This is where one has to always keep telling themselves, you know what, my best is yet to come. My best is yet to come.
That's a great thing. I think the statement, my best is yet to come, can keep us grounded and balanced also. Wonderful. So my next question is, what would be a proper framework for a good speaker when he or she is starting to start their first gig? Yeah, maybe in a business setup, not the personal setup. You already told that you've got 6 points that you can talk about, 3 things in your personal life and all those things. Doing something in the business storytelling, what could be the best framework that they can work on and then deliver that particular speech?
Okay, so I'll tell you 2 frameworks. One is called as impact framework. One, there is a framework around story, and one activity I would highly recommend everyone to practice to begin with. Now, impact framework, I is intention.
Okay.
So what's the intention of your talk? Are you going to give a talk to inform something, motivate someone, inspire someone, make them think otherwise? Do you want to make them feel curious? Or do you even want to make them feel anxious? Do you want to make them laugh? So what's the intention? What's the outcome you're trying to get out of that particular conversation? It can be one-to-one, one-to-few, one-to-many, one to thousands of people. That's I, intention. M is modulation.
Voice modulation.
So we spoke about all the OTT platform. When the scene changes, the background music changes. You know what, Sachin, I have to tell you this. You started having a smile on your face when I did this.
Yeah.
Because I went about using that voice modulation. I was preparing that as if I'm going to tell something funny.
And it already spilled over on me. And that energy came out when I'm expecting something humorous or witty, right?
Yes. Now, on the other hand, I can say, I have to tell you something very profound which happened few years back, Sachin. This was different voice modulation.
Yes. A very thinker's point of view, right?
So it is not just
he got me curious in a very serious manner, right? Yeah.
So it is not just what we say, it is how we say it that matters a lot. Now, I can go about saying, Swami Vivekananda said, you are the creator of your own destiny. Take 1. Swami Vivekananda beautifully said, you are the creator of your own destiny. Again, modulation.
Yeah.
That's I is impact, I is intention, M is modulation. P is about posture. Of course, I'm sitting here and presenting.
Body language.
So, how do you stand? Where do you stand? When should you slightly come forward? When should you slightly go back?
Oh, all those things matter, is it?
Huge. Yes, definitely.
Whoa.
Now, there is something called as a leader's position. And usually I tell all my participants, record your video from now on. Doesn't matter where you're speaking. And observe yourself.
Correct.
And many of them, without their knowledge, they'll be standing on one leg. Or sometimes without their knowledge, they'll be doing all of this. Or sometimes they'll be
involuntarily,
unconsciously they're doing. What they don't understand is that is body's way of releasing stress. So why is that we always do this before an interview?
Correct.
Even though we would have
exactly properly combed our hair, right? Despite we do all this.
Body's way of releasing stress. So there's a way we go about standing, posture, positioning.
Nice.
Then A. A is anchoring the content. What do I mean by that? Now, imagine there is a timeline in front of us. If there is a timeline in front of us, there is a past and future. Or let me put it this way. How will you go about expressing using your hand 5 years back, or will you say 5 years back?
Right hand?
So you go about saying 5 years back.
Correct, yeah.
So which means we put it to our left.
Left.
Past is to the left, future is
Right.
to the right.
Yeah.
This is for me. But now I'm sitting in front of you. Which means I have to mirror your past.
Correct.
So now your past is here.
Correct.
Your future is here for me. And if I go about saying, you know what, many years back, 3 years from now, this is what we'll be focusing on, it will not have that impact. So anything to do with the past, you have to put it to your right, which is audience's left.
Okay, because you are on the opposite sides, yeah.
Now, few weeks back, few months back, or before COVID, so it's like you're stretching this memory lane of the past. As of now, so present is right here.
Present is in front of you.
6 months from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now.
Okay.
And this is where all the politicians, right, after giving all those speeches, they'll say, come on, ladies and gentlemen, please vote for us. Let us have a glorious future. Now, for them, future is here. But for the audience, they're like, something is missing.
Yeah.
Subconscious mind is like, something is missing. This is called anchoring the content.
Wow.
So if you're bringing in content from the past, put it in the past, present, future.
Wow, okay, this is very important. Yeah.
And then we'll be using a lot of emotional words. We might have to convey something that may not be very comfortable with people.
Correct.
Those are things you kind of put it below. We call this as, imagine you kind of splitting the screen into half. You put it below the line.
Okay.
Unpleasant feeling, low energy. High energy, you go about putting it here. Excitement, you put it here. Oh, here are 3 things you need to know. Here are 5 things you need to know. So it's like bullet points. You can have it here or here and you can anchor them. This is called anchoring the content.
Okay.
Then we have C, content itself. Now, content is not only what to say. Most important thing is knowing what not to say.
Yes, very important.
Because I want to say so much,
Many things, yeah.
but people can take only this much. How can I squeeze all of this and express in just 30 seconds? So in our YGB club, You've Got to Believe Club, a platform where we have started for people to practice communication. Level 1 activities are all 30 seconds and 60 seconds activity.
Okay.
Because if you can nail 30 seconds, whatever talk it is, because 30 seconds is 6 to 8 sentences, that's it.
Exactly.
Can you go about telling those 6 to 8 sentences with confidence, with clarity, with that flow, ensuring all of this is kind of remembered? That is when you're going to have the impact. In fact, I remember Abraham Lincoln, when he was the president, he wrote a letter to his son who was in a hostel. End of the letter, he wrote, "Son, I'm sorry I'm writing such a long letter. I did not have time to write a shorter one." So which means as speakers, we have to spend so much of time knowing what not to say. That's content.
Okay. Nice.
And finally, T in impact is timing.
Time or timing?
Timing.
Okay.
One is yes.
Time. You have to stick to a particular
time. And most of the time, people are not going to ask a question and say, you've got only 30 seconds or 60 seconds.
Yes.
We have to figure out.
Correct.
What to say, what not to say, how much to say. Timing is also very critical. Knowing when to tell the joke, when to ask a question, when to give a pause. And there's a saying, let the pause do the heavy lifting. You are the creator of your own destiny. You are the creator of your own destiny.
Yes.
Pause.
That few seconds will get us thinking.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the power of timing. So this is the impact framework.
I'm sure this impact has created a lot of impact on our minds. Right? I'm sure a lot of us are going to follow this now. Yes. Go on.
Now let's come to the story side of it. STORY.
Oh, okay.
S is scene. How do you go about creating a scene? You can create a scene by mentioning the name of the place or the time.
Okay. You create that environment. Take them to that particular
You just
place.
mentioned two things. Back in 2012, when I was in Melbourne, you've created a scene.
That's it, yeah.
So you can create a scene by telling the time and or the place. When I was in school, in high school,
you've taken them there.
You're creating a scene. T is again the tone, which is modulation. So what kind of tone do you want to bring in to create that scene? O is organizing. We will be bringing in characters.
Okay.
Whom do you want to showcase? Will it be you who will be the hero? Will it be someone else? So you might bring in few characters. You need to know when to bring in what kind of characters and anchor those characters.
Nice.
Where you should be giving the importance. Now the character might change. If I am talking to school children, then the same character will be replaced by someone the school children can relate to.
Yeah.
So STOR is relatable. The audience should be able to relate to your story.
Correct, yeah.
So I can't tell, this is a mistake I did when I was in Australia initially giving all these talks. I was trying to tell a lot of Indian jokes and expecting them to laugh.
Laugh at it, yeah.
And some of them took it really, they were offended.
Offensive, yeah, correct.
Because here in India, now it's okay to tell jokes on spouse, right? On marriage. Correct. They were like, how can you
be so chauvinistic?
No, you have to be more sensitive. And I was like, oh, okay. So relatable. And why is very critical? Your style. It takes time. Yes, I listen to a lot of Sadhguru's talk, but I should not become Sadhguru.
Correct. You have to have your own style.
I can't go about talking like Shashi Tharoor and you think that I can make that kind of an impact. He has his own style.
Correct.
So everyone has their own unique style. What is your unique style? And it is something that we will get only by practicing again and again and again. And that is what the activity is all about. So I ask people to do one simple activity. And that is learn to effectively introduce yourself in 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
And they're like,
very important point. Introduce yourself in 20 seconds.
And most of them, they're like, of course I can introduce myself. I said, okay, please go ahead, introduce yourself. Good evening everyone. So my name is Chinmay Ananda. I'm a civil engineer. I did MBA and I've got these businesses. I've got 2 dogs. One is black, one is brown. Brown dogs, dog eats biscuit. Before you know, like, what are you talking?
Yeah, exactly. You bored them.
20 seconds introduction means it can't be more than 4 to 5 sentences. And what is the intention of an introduction? Intention of an introduction is not to say what's already on your business card.
Correct. Beyond that, what is not there.
It should be to make the other person curious. When people ask me, Chinmay, can you please introduce yourself? Or sometimes now we are in that environment, we go about introducing. Again, I try to pick and choose. Is there some small humor that I can add? And this is another critical tip. If there is one thing that I want people who are watching this to take from this particular podcast, just take this tip. That's it. Just take this tip. If you can make the other person, whether it is one-to-one, one-to-few, one-to-many, if you can make your audience giggle or laugh in the first 20 seconds,
got them.
Because everyone will be in their own world. Probably I'm thinking of an email that I checked, or I'm thinking of a message that I've replied to on WhatsApp, whatever it is, and I'm so serious, I'm sitting like this. And something funny the other person has said. I will not sit like this. I will laugh and then I adjust, which means the physiology changes. When the physiology changes, it's like now they are getting warmed up. We are slowly bringing them onto the same page.
Correct.
Now coming to the introduction part. Usually people say, hi, my name is Chinmay. I tell them, from now on, please drop the word hi from your vocabulary. Hi is very casual. It's too salesy. Hello takes effort. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon takes even more effort.
Correct, yeah.
Good afternoon, namaste takes even more effort. So at the very beginning itself, you will be able to grab the attention of the audience.
Correct.
My name is Chinmay Ananda. My name is Chinmay Ananda. My name is Chinmay Ananda.
Yeah.
Many people say that. Without a
You
pause in
pause.
one breath, they go about saying it.
Hmm.
If I'm in Australia, I tell them, my name is Chinmay. It's like my chin, the other way around,
Other way.
Chinmay.
Ah.
Even today, when I go there, if I haven't met them for many years, I know your name, I know your name. It's like Chinmay.
Ah.
Because it's my job to make sure that I have given it in such a way so that they remember. When people say, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name,
Hmm.
it means I did not give it to them the way
Correct.
they wanted to receive it.
Correct.
So it's my job. So how can I make my name Chinmay
Simpler.
for them to relate?
Recollect. Yeah.
And in an introduction, we go about telling where I'm from. So I go about saying I'm from Namma Bengaluru, which is known as the IT capital. So the place you come from, whether it is city, town, village, can you tell something interesting about it? Because again, you're trying to make them remember.
Mm-hmm.
They may not remember me, my name they may not remember, but they might remember the place I come from. Oh, you're from that big city in Bangalore, right? Where all the IT thing happens. So at least I've given something
Some
for
kind
them.
of a connection to that, yeah.
And then what do? Most of them will say, I'm a director, I'm a manager, I'm this and this. Don't tell your designation which is already there. When people ask me, Chinmay, what do you do? I tell them I help people in business make more money than they spend. I'm a financial educator. 8 out of 10 people, Sachin, will ask me, how do you do that? Good.
Yeah.
That's the
response you're
intent.
expecting. Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So which means when they're asking, how do you do it? Indirectly, they've given me another 30 seconds. And then I make it again curious. Now they will give me 2 minutes.
Yes.
And then let's catch up for a coffee.
Ah.
So how can you make your introduction where the other person will be curious? And how can you keep it within 20 seconds?
20 seconds.
And you should never have just one way of introducing about your expertise.
You should have multiple ways.
It's like if hammer is the only tool you have, you feel like hammering everything. You should have different ways of doing it.
Correct.
That's where curiosity is built. That's where people ask questions. If people are asking questions, they're on the same page and you can take the conversation to the next stage.
Wow. I have another quick question, some simple questions. What are the opportunities, in the marketplace for public speakers? Can you quickly list them down and what would they require to do for that?
See, there's plenty of opportunities. People are always looking for speakers. But again, the critical thing is to understand, how do I position myself? Now, there are many people who say, oh, I'm a soft skills trainer. There's so many soft skills trainers. And if you look at most of them, no offense to any of them, if you look at most of them, all they've done is they've taken content from the internet and
reused it.
They think I can speak fluently in English, so I'm a soft skills trainer. Now, you're not going to survive for long. Or even if you do, you can't really make a impact as such. In fact, this is what my mentor Apuresh Acharya used to tell. Now, he was my philosopher, guide, pretty much whatever I am today, it is because of him. He was the one who brought in behavioral training into India. He was the trainer at Dale Carnegie's back in 60s and 70s. So when I said I want to take training as a profession, this is what he said. There are 2 types of trainers in this world. One are trainers who are speakers, but they call themselves as trainers. In this world, speaker is someone who will just speak. They will gather all the information from internet, newspaper, magazines, whatever it is, and they'll just throw it out. And there are second set of trainers. These are people who will take all those informations, implement it in their life, and they'll talk with conviction. And he said there is less competition there. And that is something that will help you also to grow as a person. So be that person. And there is huge opportunity for those kind of trainers out there.
Another important thing is, how does a public speaker, price their services? How do they charge for certain events or whatever? Can you throw some light on that?
Well, it's $1 million question. There is no the answer as such, because end of the day, it all comes down to value. I know speakers keynote speakers. So when we say keynote, they speak for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, max to max 50 minutes, usually at the beginning of a particular conference. I've got professional speaking colleagues who charge $5,000 up to $50,000.
Really?
And everyone is in demand, everyone is booked out.
Wow.
How are you going to show value if you're going to charge $50,000 in that particular conference?
Correct.
If you're charging $5,000, what value are you going to show?
Sure.
One thing I tell people who are really serious about this is don't give it for free because there's no value. Even if you want to give it for free, tell them. Even if you don't want to take money, I know an NGO. What do you feel? You do it. So there is some value attached to it. Now, let me give you this example. During my initial days, when I say initial days, 2014-15, again, I wanted to go out there, speak, record videos, have photos, to build credibility as such. So I used to say yes to pretty much anything and everything. And usually people, they say, we don't have budget for this, but we would love to have you speak. We want you to inspire our students and all of this. I said, okay, sure. We'll only give you $200, $300 for this. And of course, we'll take care of the logistics. I said, okay, it's fine. More or less the same talk when I used to give in so-called premium business schools who had a budget. This is what used to happen. In this premium business school, I would have already got 2-3 reminders few days before saying that you have this event coming up. Is there anything that you want us to do? Projector is set, this is there, that is there, and here is a person who will directly interact with you, coordinate with you. If there's anything, call this person. And on that day, I go there, either they send me the car or whatever is the logistics we would have worked out. I go there, there is that person waiting for me outside the educational business school to welcome me. Straight away, I go to the dean's office. The dean is waiting for me. We have a cup of tea. We have a conversation. With pride, they tell about the history of the school, all that happens. They take me around and stage is set. Every student is seated. I walk in, everyone stands up. Mic is ready. Everything is tested. My slides are ready. I just go and the show starts. Here, I go, I give them a call, no one answers. And then I have to go and ask the reception, I'm here to give a talk. Is it? I'm not aware of it. Whom are you looking for? First, this person. Yeah, I saw her in the morning. She must be at her desk or she must be somewhere. Please be seated here. And finally, the person comes. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I was busy with this. I was busy with that. Okay, we are all ready. We will send the students soon. Okay, we were supposed to start at 3 o'clock. It's already almost 3. No, it's fine. It's fine. We can wait. Anything you want to drink? And the program starts at 3:30. Then they're testing the mic. Then they're like, oh, you have this laptop, is it? We don't have this HDMI cable. Same talk. So one should know who is going to value what you're going to say. Now here, I can charge thousands of dollars. So somewhere, you need to start saying no and say, this is where I position myself. Now, for the last couple of years, I host and MC only business premium events. I don't say yes to any other events because that is where most of the time I interact with a lot of successful business owners and I've got my other programs which I offer to them and they see value. And of course, I enjoy doing it. Now, if they say, you know what, we have only 50,000 rupees budget, can you please work around it? I'm so sorry. If you have 2 lakhs, let's talk. That's my charge or else it's fine. Because again, the perception people have around MCing is someone who's good at English or some college student can come and they can speak. But I'm not going to just come there and introduce. The way I'm going to introduce someone, the way I'm going to connect the dots, the way I'm going to give that aha moment. Make that whole show from morning till evening lively and take them on that sail. People who have experienced that. Yeah, it might sound like as if I'm boosting myself, but I know what I've done in the last 20 years. That is what you're paying. So one should know the value. And then you can price whatever it is and there's a market for whatever you want to convey out there.
Wonderful. The value is very important.
Yes. And if someone is saying, oh, that is very expensive, you're too pricey, indirectly they're saying, I'm not able to see the value.
Value. Huh.
On the other hand, the moment you show value, they will say, okay, it doesn't matter even if we find another lakh,
We
we'll
won't
put it
mind
out there.
spending.
And for that, your digital assets should do the
Really
talking.
matters. Done. Yeah? Okay. I think we have one last question. The thing is, we'll quickly sum it up. In the current trend, changing world, how do the public speaker adapt to this?
Okay. So again, when it comes to speaking, we are communicating. Now, what is effective communication? Effective communication is making messages meaningful and accessible.
Okay.
How can you make your message, whether it is in 10 seconds or 10 minutes or 10 hours, how can you make that message meaningful so that other person can relate to it? Accessible. Can they access whatever you shared 1
Correct.
year from now from their memory? Now, today people are consuming information on their smartphones. And Sadhguru said the smartest thing about people today is only their smartphones. They watch cartoons, they watch cricket, which means they want to be entertained, they want to be informed, they want to be inspired, they want to be motivated, they want to get all the gyan on that device. But there was a time when we went to school, educational institutions, this is the place I'm going to sit and consume knowledge information. I go to a movie theater, this is the time I'm going to entertain myself watching this movie. I'm sitting with my friends, okay, I'm going to chit chat, whatever it is, it's going to happen. But today, everything is kind of merged and it's no more this. There's no compartment as such. Everything is merged. So now students are expecting their teachers, professors to entertain them. I'm sure you might have experienced seniors saying, oh, you have that professor in your class. Did he tell this joke? Did he tell this? So that person has gone about using the same story, same
For every patch.
for 30 years. So someone, when they say I've got 30 years of experience, more or less it is 1 year of experience multiplied by 30.
Correct.
So how can you now adapt and have a different style?
Wow.
You have to be humorous, you have to be funny, you have to make them curious. So this is where there are different voices. So broadly speaking, there are 4 voices that one should use as a speaker.
Correct.
Voice of a leader, voice of a coach, voice of a teacher, voice of a friend.
Wow.
And all these voices will demand a different body language altogether,
Correct.
different tone altogether.
Voice motivation.
An effective speaker is someone who knows how to use all these 4 voices.
Wonderful.
That's where you're going to give that impactful talk.
Wonderful. Awesome. I think Chinmay, this was a great conversation. Lot to learn, and I'm sure all our viewers are really gonna go back with a lot of information. I'm sure a lot of them can implement a lot of these things that you have spoken about. Very simple, very easy to implement. I really am looking forward to go back and implement these things myself, and probably attend one of your workshops. And I think anyone can reach out to Chinmay. He's easily available on the LinkedIn and even Instagram. I've looked, probably do some more content with you, and please keep us informed about the next workshop that you're doing.
Sure.
I really would love to be a part of that workshop.
We'll be more than happy.
Great meeting you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.